What's going on, everybody? This is Brian from SneakerFiles.com, recapping the news. And before I jump into things, like always, greatly appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe by hitting the button below. Just a quick update for everybody who purchased a shirt. Those will be shipped out this week. I'm putting the final touches on them. So you should be receiving your shirt by either the end of the week, possibly early next week. And just want to say once again, thank you for your support. I'm greatly appreciative for everybody who picked up a shirt. Now, as for the highlights in this video, we're going to go over the rumors about the Off-White Air Jordan 1 dropping in 2025. Some people are saying it's a Euro, some are saying it's a Euro sample. I'm going to say what I know about the shoe. As well, we have an update on the Air Jordan 1 High OG Black Toe Reimagined, when they're going to be dropping. We do have a potential new release date and more. Now, there's also a lot more from Jordan Brand in this video, as well as a strong lineup from Nike. And now let's jump into the news. The Nike Air Force 1 has dropped multiple times in the past for All-Star Weekend, and we have a new pair dropping in 2025. So this pair obviously is known as the All-Star Nike Air Force 1 Low, but it features a black and metallic silver color combination. Now, it has a unique look. It features chrome across the swoosh logos around the heels and the heel overlay. We also have 3M reflective details around the toe, and it also runs across the eye stays. As you can see, the base comes in all black, and it features a textured finish. Other details includes a star lace doubre, black on the midsole, and the rubber outsole. So for this pair, we don't have a specific release date, but they're expected to drop February 2025, and the retail price will be $115. A new colorway of the Nike Jaw 2 recently popped up. This one is known as Heart Eyes. So the official colorway on these is Magic Ember, Iron Gray, Pink Foam, Deep Night, Black, and Hyper Pink. And of course, this will celebrate Valentine's Day. So what stands out the most on this pair is the repeated hearts placed on the collar and around the heel, which of course celebrates Valentine's Day. As for the rest of the look, we have mostly red throughout, with black on the swoosh logos, liner, and tongue branding. There's also this glossy overlay, could be due to the lighting around the toe, and then it's hard to tell, but there's going to be like a pink shade on the midsole and the rubber outsole. This pair is expected to drop on February 7th, and the retail price will be $130. This is just a heads up, the Nike SB Dunk Low Pro ISO Triple Black is starting to release at skate shops. Now, this is part of Nike Skateboarding's Orange Label series, and typically they don't release online, but there's been a few cases where pairs from the Orange Label series have dropped online. So it isn't known if these are going to be available online just yet, but skate shops like Premier are starting to get them in. If you have a local skate shop by you, you might want to check that out. They may have them. This colorway is very clean in my opinion. It comes in all black. There is some anthracite detailing. And then we have orange on the swoosh located on the tongue. And it's expected to be on the branding located on the insoles. So all throughout October, this pair will start to release at skate shops, and the retail price will be $115. In my opinion, this pair is really dope, although they could have done a lot better. And this is the Nike Air Force 1 Low Jason mask. Now, this pair is inspired by Jason Voorhees. For those who don't know, which I'm sure everybody does, he's the main character from the Friday the 13th movie franchise. Now, if you're just looking at the shoes, they look like a basic white-on-white Air Force 1 Low. However, what makes this pair connected to Jason is the perforations and the detailing on the toe box. So the toe box resembles that of a hockey mask, the one that Jason wears. And other than that, on this actual pair of shoes, there's no other details connecting to Jason or Friday the 13th. However, the packaging, the tissue paper, it has an illustration of a lake, which appears to be a nod to Camp Crystal Lake. That's where he used to hunt down his victims. Now, the box itself reminds me of the OG Air Jordan 12 box. There's a lot of Nikes and other retros that came in that box in the mid-90s. So I wonder why they chose that box for the shoe. I'm kind of interested on that. But other than that, the entire shoes feature all white, and I do believe they could have done better. Now, this isn't an official collaboration, so obviously they can't put branding and things like that, but I don't know, maybe some blood splatter somewhere, a knife, something along those lines. a machete even. But as for the release date, this pair is expected to drop on October 24th, and the retail price will be $150. In the last video, I talked about the upcoming Patta Nike Air Max 90 waves, and shortly after that information came out, we received a first look. So we don't have the official colorway and all that good stuff, but you can see at least one of the colorways shown here, although this could be a sample, but as you can see, it does feature the wave graphic along the panels. That's done in black, and then other than that, we have Patta branding on the tongues. The midsole, laces, and liner have kind of an aged look, and the overall color blocking reminds me of the Persian Violet Air BW. It features purple detailing throughout, gray up top, and then of course we have black, which hits the wave graphic and the tongues. I think these are clean. I like them a lot, but probably won't be able to get them. Now, as for a release date, unfortunately we don't have one, but I was told spring 2025, although some are reporting summer 2025, and no retail price as of yet. I cannot pronounce the last name of this character for the life of me, so I'm just going to call it Jin, but we do have release details for the Tekken 8 Nike Air Foamposite 1 Jin. Now this is one of two colorways, and this is for the white pair, which a lot of people are just calling it that. There's a second pair, but we don't have a release date for that one yet. But for this one, they dropped at select boutiques, and I mean very select boutiques, on October 4th. But now there is another chance for you to purchase, although it's not going to be easy, and that will be on the Sneakers app. So they just posted them on the app, and the release date is October 25th. So yeah, these are going to be very hard to obtain. They will come with the special packaging. The packaging is pretty dope. It has these Velcro straps that locks the shoes down, and it kind of opens up and displays the shoes like a shrine. Also, for this pair, the retail price is $250. This is a pair that I've talked about briefly in previous videos, but I believe it officially got out, and of course I'm just reconfirming everything with you guys, but the Nike Air Max Uptempo 95, also known as simply the Air Max Uptempo, in the Chicago color blocking will return in summer 2025. So these will launch alongside the Lakers pair, and the last time these shoes dropped, I believe, was in 2019. Now, the overall model is linked to Scottie Pippen. However, I did a lot of looking online and I couldn't find any images of Scottie Pippen wearing this pair. He wore a white and black pair, but who I did see wearing this colorway was Tony Kukoc. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And in 2019 when they dropped, I believe they sat. Not many people cared about the shoes, but this time around I feel like they're going to do a little bit better. They are bringing back other OG colorways to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the shoes, as well as an older retro, the Lakers pair. And for this one, the official colorway is white, university red, and black. No specific release date for now, but summer 2025 is when they're expected to drop, which means a release will take place between April and June, and the retail price is expected to be $160. We have a couple Air Jordan 4 RM colorways to go over in this video, and the first one is known as Simply Earth. Now, we don't have the official color scheme of them, but as you can see, the pair features brown throughout, which is earth, cell, and coconut milk. So breaking down this pair, we have suede around the toe and heels, and then leather on the toe box. Brown also hits the cage overlay, and then we have cell on the Jumpman branding, Nike Air, and it looks like coconut milk will be used on the midsole and the rubber outsole. I'm not feeling this pair whatsoever. Maybe some of you might like it. I did want to share it since some people do like the Air Jordan 4 RM. I think the model's decent. It definitely depends on the colorway. And this pair will drop in women's sizing sometime in spring 2025. Also, the retail price will be $150. The second colorway to go over of the Air Jordan 4 RM is known as Bruce Lee. Now, this isn't an official collaboration with the Bruce Lee estate, but the colorway, which comes in black and yellow, resembles that of Bruce Lee's yellow jumpsuit from Game of Death. I definitely think this colorway is better than the Bruce Lee. What throws me off just a little bit is the red detailing on the tongue. I feel like it's a little bit forced here, but the official colorway is black, comet red, and Del Sol. So the shoes come constructed with leather, suede, and ballistic nylon. We have black across the base, which wraps the toe box, tongue, and laces. Next, we have yellow on the cage overlay, Jumpman branding, and most of the rubber outsole. Completing the look is a red Jumpman on the insoles, Nike Air branding on the heel, and within the Air unit. This is another pair we don't have a specific release date for, but spring 2025 is when they're expected to drop, and the retail price will be $150. This pair recently popped up and I thought it was pretty cool, and it's the Air Jordan 1 Low Polaroid. So this pair is actually inspired by the photo of Michael Jordan performing the Jumpman logo that we all know of. So to go over the pair, we have teal blue patent leather on the toe box, heel, and swoosh logo, and then white leather runs across the base. White also covers the tongue, which is slightly puffy, and then we have a black label and the Jumpman logo in teal. Now, tying the theme together, the Polaroid nickname, we have two Polaroid photos on the insoles. Both are of the classic Jumpman photo. One is just a regular photo and the other is inverted. Other than that, we have a black midsole and an icy translucent rubber outsole. So for now, this pair is set to drop on October 24th. They'll also be available in women's sizing, and the retail price will be $125. I've been getting a lot of questions about the release of the Awake NY Jordan Air Ship in Game Royal. So earlier in the year, Awake NY dropped the Jordan Air Ship in University Red, and it was announced shortly after that they would also drop the pair in Game Royal. So we only have the one photo as of now, which you can kind of see in the background here. It's not even the best photo. That's how they're supposed to look. And the initial release date, I believe, was in October. Either the date has already passed or we would have been approaching the date. Either way, they're no longer releasing in October. We have a new possible release date, although not 100% confirmed, and this is thanks to Mr. Unloved Ones. And the potential release date is November 20th. So over a month away, and the retail price will be $150. Now, according to Mr. Unloved Ones, this looks like it's going to be the last Jordan Air ship for a while. I will say that I haven't seen anything for spring or summer 2025, and apparently they were supposed to drop a low top pair, but that was scrapped as well. So as most of you know, there's going to be some Air Jordans that are canceled in 2025. I went over several pairs in previous videos, including the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Rust Pink, the Dongdan Air Jordan 13 Low, and the Air Jordan 5 Metallic Gold. However, there has been a third pair. This was announced by KicksFinder. I also confirmed it with my sources as well as other people, but the Air Jordan 1 Low 85 Royal will no longer be releasing in 2025. Technically, this isn't an OG pair. Although it's an OG colorway, the Air Jordan 1 Low in Royal was not an OG release. The first time the Air Jordan 1 Low in the Royal colorway released was in 2015. But that doesn't matter. A lot of people were looking forward to this release, and I have no idea why they decided to scrap it. Maybe it's due to the fact that they do have a lot of shoes scheduled to drop throughout 2025. A lot of great surprises coming. Some new collaborations, some by artists, but we'll get into all that very, very soon. But yeah, this is definitely unfortunate because I was really looking forward to them. They were supposed to drop in February on the 22nd, but things happen. Maybe we'll see a release down the road, maybe in 2026 or beyond. I've been hinting about this shoe in a couple videos. I said that the Jordan 7 guy was not going to be happy. We all know he wants the Air Jordan 7 to return. A lot of us do. We want to see the OG colorways return, like the playoffs, the Olympics, Bordeaux's, the Hares. But instead, Jordan Brand is going to release the Air Jordan 7 RM. So the image you're looking at is an accurate mock-up of what's releasing as well as one of the colorways. So this is obviously a nod to the playoff, also known as charcoal Air Jordan 7. And although I really want the Air Jordan 7 to return, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I kind of like the look. The only thing I would change that would make it a lot better is removing the flight across the tongue, because that reminds me a lot of the True Flights. I hope you guys don't judge me in a negative way. I like the Air Jordan 7. I love the model. I like the low top version as well. So maybe that's why I kind of like these. Not enough to buy, of course. Now, the overall look does have Jordan 7 DNA infused within. The midsole is the same. Some of the upper is the same, although we do have mesh across the base that extends to the heel. We also have a Jumpman placed by the heel, and then on the actual heel, we have Nike Air branding. Now, the pair also features a top eyelet. It's like made of plastic. So that's also different compared to the Air Jordan 7. But yeah, I don't see these doing as well as the Air Jordan 4. I shared this photo last night on Twitter, Instagram, Threads, all the social media networks, even posted it on the website. A lot of negative feedback, and I understand. There was a few people who said they liked them, and even some people commenting on other platforms about the Jordan 7 guy. So that guy's definitely made a name for himself. I told him once I find out about an upcoming Air Jordan 7, not the RM, an actual OG or even a nice colorway, I want to do like a little interview and surprise him with it and incorporate it into the video. And he said he's down. So now all we have to wait for is Jordan Brand. So for this pair, they will drop in full family sizing. And this is part of Jordan Brand's fall 2025 collection, which means a release will take place between July and September. Unfortunately, no retail price. I'm not sure if this will be connected to BMX like the Air Jordan 4 RM. But yeah, like always, more details to come as well as different colorways. Let me know your thoughts on this pair down below. Official images just popped up of the Air Jordan 4 Orchid. Now, I know some people are asking if they were going to be available in extended women's sizing, and that's not going to be the case. They're going to be up to a size 10.5 in men's, which is a size 12 in women's. It does look like a fair amount of retailers will have them. However, there is quite a bit of hype for them. A lot of people do like them. I truly believe that this pair will be hard to obtain. Not like a Travis Scott or anything like that. If you take the necessary steps, you enter raffles, wake up early, do things like that, you should be able to get one. But again, it's going to depend on the size because I'm pretty sure that 10.5 will go fast, size 10 as well. And the overall blocking does remind me of the University Blue Air Jordan 4. That was a nice shoe. I kind of regret getting rid of those. I wound up trading those for the 2019 Bred Air Jordan 4, which I feel like it's a great deal, and I'm happy I have those. But I still kind of wish I had the University Blue pair. But yeah, they also went through a release date change. They were delayed. I believe they were supposed to drop on October 5th or 6th, which would have already passed by now. And the new release date is October 26th. The retail price will be $215. All right, so we have a few updates on the Air Jordan 1 High OG Black Toe Reimagined. Now, there's a couple of release dates going around, and I want to clarify those release dates for everybody. But initially, they were supposed to drop on October 18th, which wouldn't be long from now. And then there was an announcement made that they were delayed until 2025. I also heard that, but I didn't have 100% confirmation. I did hear a release date for December 31st. That release date still looks to be intact, but that's not for everybody. Now, initially there was going to be select retailers that were still going to release them, but Nike sent out a huge email to all its retailers saying, hey, do not release the shoes on October 18th. These are now dropping in 2025. They made an apology, added in a little more stuff, nothing too important. Unfortunately, they didn't say the reason why. There's been multiple reasons I'm hearing online. Shipments are late to some retailers. Some pairs are messed up. Quality control as well as the packaging on some of them. To be honest, I'm not sure which is real, which isn't. All I know is that it is official. Jordan Brand and Nike are saying that retailers can't drop them until 2025. Now, this December 31st release date, that is for overseas. So I heard that date maybe a couple weeks back, and it was basically for places outside of North America where they could drop the pair on December 31st. Now, the new release date for North America, the potential one, because anything can change, is February 1st. February is already a crazy month. We got a lot of stuff dropping, and now we're going to add another pair in. I don't know, for me, there's quite a few pairs I want in February, but something's not going to get picked up because I can't keep up with all these releases in that month. But I have these in hand. I will be dropping a review on them soon, and I will say that they are very nice. So at the time of recording, for now, they are expected to drop on February 1st in North America. They will be available in full family sizing. So we have men's priced at $180, grade school at $140, preschool will cost $85, and toddler sizes will cost $70. Okay, so we have an update between Off-White and Jordan Brand on a potential upcoming collaboration. And for those that don't know, it's on the Air Jordan 1 High OG. Now, I've talked about an upcoming collab taking place. There was a lot of talks, but nothing was signed by the two parties. Now, a lot of things could change because for those that don't know, Off-White recently sold. They sold to a group, I believe it's LVMH. I have no idea the background, the history of this group, who owns it. And apparently it sold for $15.8 billion. So everything that I've said in the past about the Off-White Air Jordan 4 Bread not releasing could be off the table because this is a new company, at least by who owns it, who is running it. So any company that drops $15.8 billion into it is going to want to make their money back. So I think at this point, anything is a possibility going forward to release. However, nothing is 100% confirmed. Now, what seems likely, and what I heard previously of Off-White being sold, is that the Off-White Air Jordan 1 High OG Euro would be the pair returning. You guys know I've been hearing a couple shoes. It wasn't 100% confirmed. I'm going to go over why it's more likely now, but still not 100% confirmed. So, Sneaker Market RO, he is a legit source, a friend of mine. He obtained a style code for the shoes. Whenever there's a style code into play that makes things more concrete, it's kind of like somebody's social security number. Each shoe has its own style code. Even if it's a retro of a shoe, it has its own style code. Now, with that being said, there was no colorway to it. Nothing of that sort. Now, the last 3 digits of the style code is 100, and that is associated with a white base. But that doesn't mean much because the Chicago has a white base, the UNC, the Euro, the Canary, or even a brand new colorway could have a white base. Now, what's also interesting, the first 2 letters of the style code is AA, and that is associated with the Chicago iteration. Again, that doesn't mean it's going to release, it's just something interesting to point out. Now, the reason why I'm saying it's not confirmed, even though we have a style code, is because, for one, anything could happen. For 2, we don't know the actual colorway, but the pair I was told was the Euro. There's also some speculation that it could be a sample version of the Euro. Again, this is all speculation. I've also heard 2 different time frames. I've heard fall 2025 could be when they drop, or holiday 2025. Again, nothing is cement printed in stone, but I do think very, very soon we'll know 100% of the details. But even then, with every release, it's very possible that it gets delayed or even scrapped. Nothing is kind of off limits to that, which is kind of a letdown because I could tell you every sneaker that is expected to drop for the rest of the year and even in 2026, and that could be the plans at the time of recording this, but that could also change. There's still another model that I'm hearing that is in the works, but again, that other model isn't 100% confirmed. But in short, for now, it does look pretty good that the Euro Off-White Air Jordan 1 High OG will be returning in 2025. It could be a sample version of the shoe as well. Personally, it's probably my least favorite of the 4, I guess you could say, that we've seen, or at least that are mostly talked about: the Chicago, UNC, Euro, and the Canary, which never released, of course. I think it would be nice to see the Canary release, or even the Chicago again. I wouldn't mind it, or a brand new colorway. But let me know your thoughts on this pair potentially returning in 2025. And that's going to do it for this video. Like always, greatly appreciate you guys for watching. If you have a second and haven't done so already, also appreciate a thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe by hitting the button below. One more thing, make sure to turn on the notification bell so you can be alerted every time I drop a new video. Now this week I will be dropping the Air Jordan 14 Black Toe review, showcase, whatever you want to call it. As well, I do have some shorts planned. I got to start doing those again. I know I didn't drop any last week. I apologize for that. I've been working on getting my setup ready for the reviews again. I'm pretty happy with it overall. But once I do drop it, greatly would appreciate your support, dropping a like, comment. If you have any feedback on the overall video, make sure to drop a comment as well. But for this video, let me know what you liked or disliked down in the comment section below. As well, if you have any questions, make sure to leave that down below. Again, thanks for watching. Stay tuned to SneakerFiles.com. And if you haven't yet, make sure to subscribe.